Host's edge. He fought panic. Not being able to remember terrified him. The casino stretched away in every direction, slot machines row upon row. He could not see a far wall. His legs felt weak. Most of the machines were taken, but he noticed an empty seat and sat down. A girl appeared at his side. She held out a roll of silver dollars. Change? He tried to collect his thoughts. No, thank you. You need change, the girl said. You can't play without change. I don't want change. Excuse me, I'll call a slot host. Las Vegas, he wondered? Atlantic City? Macau? Where did you find a room this big? He squinted his eyes in a desperate attempt to see anything besides gaudy carpeting and slot machines and a low ceiling hung with rank upon rank of crystal chandeliers. You should play, said a middle-aged woman sitting beside him. She dropped a coin in the slot and pulled the handle. You never know. That's right, a bearded man next to her said. You never know. A little while ago I got 2 blanks. Just missed the 3rd. You don't want them choosing for you, the woman said. I must have blacked out and walked for miles. But to where? Sir, what seems to be the problem? He looked up. Tears felt close. I don't know where I am. The slot host frowned. Oh, you just arrived. Nobody greeted you? Just arrived? The Strip, he thought. The Vegas Strip. It must be. I blacked out and wandered into a resort. But I'm awake now and... Don't worry, sir. It's not your fault. The slot host signaled for a coin girl. Usually this kind of thing doesn't happen. It's just that the whole place is in an uproar. The staff, I mean. You've arrived on a special day. His head felt light. Please. Special day? Where am I? The casino. Where else? You died by lethal injection. The slot host grinned. Hurts a lot more than they say it does, right? An assistant hurried over. The boss is here in our section. The slot host turned pale. This guy's not processed yet. Oh, shit. Shit, how could they? The man sitting at the machine said, I'm dead? This isn't my fault, the slot host complained. I'm not responsible. Never mind, the assistant said. Just get him playing. He doesn't even have his fucking coins yet. Where's that bitch? I'm right here. The slot host snatched a roll of silver dollars from the change girl. He broke the paper wrapper and slapped a heavy coin into the man's hand. Play! The man asked, Is this hell? In his panic, the slot host lost the pupils of his eyes. His teeth elongated. It's comic nirvana. Now put the motherfucking coin in! A deep voice asked, Is this how we treat our honored guests? The assistant closed his eyes. The boss joined them, looking amused. Relax. Nobody screwed up. He rested a hand on each of their shoulders. The fingers ended in talons. I just wanted to welcome this fellow myself. Sure, boss. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Fine. Get back to work. The boss held out his hand. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Joseph. It's about time we meet face to face. A woman joined him. He put an arm around her waist. Miss Callie, this is our friend Joseph. Joseph asked, Is this hell? Miss Callie smiled, revealing fangs. This is the casino, she said. Just the casino. Why am I here? You're here to play, the same as everyone else. The boss frowned. I hope you don't think you're entitled to special treatment just because I admire your life's work. Just pull the handle and try your luck. Miss Callie's smile widened. She licked her lips. Luck, she said. Joseph looked at the face of the slot machine. There was no pay table. But what am I trying to win? Whatever combination shows up on all 3 reels of the center pay line, the boss said. There are too many possibilities to list them all. What kind of combinations? Joseph asked. The player 2 seats over shrieked. He kept shrieking, staring at the machine in front of him with bulging eyes, spraying the glass with saliva. Blood vessels stood out on his forehead. 2 attendants arrived, muscled the man out of his seat, and dragged him off, still shrieking. Bye-bye. Miss Callie wiggled her fingers. Not every outcome is bad like that one, the boss said. Just 99.99 and a few more 9%. The house edge, said Miss Callie. Joseph's mouth went dry. Where are they taking him? To collect his winnings. For an instant, the seared face of the beast smiled with horrible amusement. Then he was the boss again, relaxed and businesslike. Christ. Joseph felt sweat trickle down his face and his bowels loosen. Jesus Christ. Watch your mouth, said Miss Kelly. His expression was priceless when he saw those 3 crosses, I can tell you that, the boss said. He glanced out over the infinity of his domain. But like I told you, not all outcomes are bad. You do get to play for the big jackpot. That rule needs to be changed, said Miss Kelly. No, it doesn't. The odds are 500 trillion to 1. Even so. Come on, Cal, be a sport. Joseph whispered, What's the jackpot? Oblivion. The boss nodded. It's there. I don't rig the game. Other than the usual house edge, of course. Joseph thought of the shrieking player, mad with terror. What if I won't play? Then I decide what happens to you, said Miss Kelly. Or I do, the boss said. You really don't want that? They left him alone, under the watchful eye of the slot host. Joseph thumbed silver coins into the slot and pulled the handle. The reel spun. So far, the center pay line showed only 1 or 2 matching symbols. What the symbols depicted made him glad there were not 3. At some point, he realized the symbols on the reels depicted the crimes and cruelties of his own life. And that meant... He tried to pray. The words of the prayer turned to hot ash in his mouth. Focus. All his will on one thought. Jackpot. After an unknowable time, watching the reels spin and stop and spin again without conclusion, Joseph's confidence began to reassert itself. I've been lucky all my life, and that's the simple truth. The luck of Satan, his enemies whispered, from their prison cells and their hiding places beneath dead cities. Joseph smiled, sitting at the machine. Yes. So why should I not be the one to beat the devil? He pulled the handle. The reel spun for the final time. The first reel fell into place. A deep, familiar voice spoke inside his head. What is the worst thing you have ever done? Reel 2 stopped. Center line. The third reel continued to spin. The worst thing. Joseph tore his hair. His nails gouged bloody trenches in the flesh of his cheeks. No, please, no, no, no! The third reel slammed into place.